Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to the video. Before I get started, they are working on our water supply system up front, so periodically it gets really loud, so my apologies in advance. Hopefully they'll give me enough of a window here where I can get this done. Fortunately, it's a short video, so let's get to it. This is a anti-algae cube. I found it in an aquarium of a new client, and he bought it off of eBay, and that was the claim, that it would control the algae in his aquarium. I don't use these sorts of things and had never run across it before, so I asked him if I could pull it out and see what makes it tick. And he said no problem, because I'm doing the maintenance now, so I can keep the water nice and clear and clean without things like this, so it wasn't a big deal. So I pulled it out, and the first thing I noticed is it was 3D printed, which is kind of cool. And Aaron, I really like your filter, so I thought maybe there's something inside this thing that gave it these kinds of properties. As you can tell, as I'm prying at this thing, it is 3D printed all the way through, and of a substance that is quite crumbly. At this point, I wasn't entirely sure what it was, because it was in the aquarium for a while, so it could have just deteriorated. Since this time, I've had a look on the internet to see what it could possibly be. And it turns out this is a cube of 3D printed activated carbon, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure what the process is involved in doing that, but it is definitely something that is sold. Now, most of the sellers for this use it as what's called a trough purification system. So if you have livestock, you drop one of these in, and it absorbs toxins and chemicals. I mean, anyone who's worked with activated carbon, and of course have watched this channel for any length of time, I've done a bunch of things with activated carbon, and it does absorb lots of organic molecules and will clarify your water and that sort of thing. What it does not absorb is nitrate or phosphate, which are obviously two wonderful sources for growing algae. And so the fact that this thing claims that it would control algae seems to be a little bit in doubt. Now, if I'm going to take the gentleman's aquarium that I'm cleaning as any example, he had at least 3 species in his aquarium that were growing quite nicely. One of them a blue-green algae. That would be an indication that this doesn't work. Now, I have no practical work experience with these. I've never tried them before. Full disclosure kind of thing. This is just something I just saw, I was curious about, and wanted to see what made it tick. Now, activated carbon will absorb a fair amount of organic molecules, and then when it's done absorbing, it will sit there for a little while, and then it'll start to deteriorate and release all that it has absorbed back into the aquarium. And as you see, this is quite crumbly, and obviously it's been in the tank for quite some time. So anyway, I was just like that. I was just curious. I wanted to see what this thing was, and I'm not sure why I'm continuing to pry this apart. But it is simply just a chunk of 3D printed carbon. Now, like I said, most of the sources I found for this, actually all of them except one, said it will, for your livestock. Now, that's fine. It has certain properties, activated carbon, which will definitely make it safer for livestock. So that's not a problem. The one claiming that it will absorb and reduce the amount of algae in your aquarium, that one is a bit in doubt. But then again, I said I don't work with these. I've never had one. I've never seen one before, for that matter. So it may have some strange property involved in the way it's put it together. There might be another additive in there besides activated carbon. I don't know. But my curiosity is sated at this point. I have worked with it enough, I think. As you can see, it's very crumbly. This image, by the way, I got off the internet. I'm not going to leave any links to sources. If you want, you can go look it up, because I don't have any specific experience with it, so I can't really make any real claims for these exact things. If, for some reason, there's enough interest out there for seeing if this actually does what it claims to do, they're not that expensive. At least one source was $13, $15, so not a big deal. That's US, so here it would be about $20, $25 with shipping. They go up to about 80 something, so I mean there are more expensive versions. Anyway, I can pick one up. I do maintain a number of aquariums here with free-floating algae in it because I need it for my cultures. I could drop one in there and see if it does what it claims to do. I personally don't have any further interest in this, but if you guys do, let me know below. I will pick one up and drop it in, and we can see if it actually does anything. So anyway, leave comments, let me know what you think. And as I said, this is a short video today, and fortunately the people working outside were kind enough to give me a working window to do this, and it hasn't gotten as loud as it has been. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.